Hey, hey, it's Berta Jay, and you're back in my kitchen with me today. We're gonna do another segment in viewers' voices. I have 3 today, and it's from Sasha Jerry. And she says, we have done this with cherry tomatoes and yum. It makes me think of crunchy tomato soup. Now, I love tomato soup. And so I thought, I'm gonna give this a try. So what you do is you take your food dehydrator, and I use the famous cherubs, and all I did was wash them, cut them in half. I have a bowl here. I just cut them in half. Okay, so after you cut them in half, you're just gonna arrange them on your sheet. On your dehydrator tray. But when you're dehydrating, what you want to do is make sure there's some space. Now things that have a lot of water in it, which is vegetables, they're gonna shrink. So they can get really, really close when you're dehydrating them. And they are going to shrink a lot. And then you're gonna put it in your dehydrator. And I use this Nesco, and I keep it between 95 and 105 because I understand that if it's higher than that, then you get rid of the vitamins, enzymes, minerals, and things that are naturally occurring in your food. And then I just plug it in overnight or for at least 8 hours. Now you don't need to do it overnight. If you get up in the morning and you want to do it, then do it for about 8 hours and you're good. Okay, so that's what I did, and I'll plug these in. And when you do that overnight, end up with is those. Now, see how small they are? Let me show you. You start off with something about that big and end up with something about this size. I like to eat these guys as snacks. So I'm gonna just take one and I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try 2. Think tomato soup, Berta. Tomato soup. You know, I think she's right. I think Sasha Jerry is right. These are really good. I could see these because I just did them last night. I think these would taste really good on your salads, and just pop them in like you would potato chips. They're really good. I'm gonna put these 2 back. So thank you, Sasha Jerry, for your idea on cherry tomatoes. I did it and I liked it. The second one I'm going to do is from Wateringman. And this is what he said. He said he liked my straightforward presentation, but I forgot to include the flat whisk. Though I went back and I looked at my video again because I know I mentioned it. I did mention it, but I didn't go to any details about it. And so I kept reading, and this is what he said. Many people will use a spatula or a wooden spoon to lift a fond from a skillet. A fond is like the little goodies that are at the bottom of a pan when you're trying to make a sauce and you mix it together with flour. Okay, so they use a wooden spoon to do that. But he says you can use a flat whisk. It looks like this. It's usually metal and stainless steel. It's unique because it's good for whisking and scraping whatever's at the bottom of a pan. And he says it's even better than a balloon whisk at getting in the nooks and crannies, like that as your pan or your bowl, you're using it. This can, I know because I've tried it, it can get right there in the corners because you see from the side, can you see from the side, Ev, how it's shaped? It's like it's flat, but it's curved. So it's good for making sauces. It's also good for lifting. He said, this information I found said it was good for lifting poached eggs. So you could just turn it over because it goes in a little bit here. You could lift those poached eggs out this way or that way. But I think if you were doing boiled potatoes, you could use this for that, or any other small vegetable that you're cooking. And it's also good for folding different ingredients together that have to be just folded into a a batter. And also it's very good for beating eggs. Now I don't eat eggs, but if you do eat eggs, this is really good for fluffing them up really, really well. So a flat whisk is really the favorite for you doing a white sauce. Again, with that roux around the edges when you're mixing those little bits with the flour and a little oil. But you can use this flat whisk. It's very, very good. Also, the last thing I found for whole food plant-based people is that it's good for mixing oatmeal. So he said that his favorite was the OXO Good Grips flat whisk, and that's what this is. I'm an OXO fan. You guys know that from if you've looked at any of my other videos. I like their products. They seem to be ergonomically fit to your hand. I really like them. I have used this many times since I read this. I got this, this tip. So I say that the flat whisk is a go. If you want to get the balloon or the French, you can, but you might want to try getting a flat whisk as well. Okay? Second viewer's voice. Okay, the last one is from Sasha Noel. I stuck some more of those in my mouth. I shouldn't have. And she says, hey, Berta Jay, I have a recipe for how to cook brown rice called Dextrinizing. If you want to cook brown rice, this is what she said you should do. It makes the rice light and fluffy, and it gives it a nutty taste. The first thing you need is a cast iron pan. You need a pot of water to cook the rice, and you need a fork. The first thing we're going to do is you take the cast iron pan and you turn it on medium high. Get it really hot. And then you're going to put your brown rice in. I'm going to do 1 cup with 2 cups of water to cook it in, okay? And you take that rice and you put it in that hot pan and you keep stirring it. I'm going to use my flat whisk. Stir it and stir it. And what will happen is you will hear that rice start to pop, just like popcorn. That's it. And then after it stops popping, or after you have stirred it and you see that it's browned, the little kernels, the little grains will get browner than they are normally. After that happens, you transfer that rice that's been browned over into 2 cups of water that's boiling, or hot water. And then you turn the water up, bring the water to a boil, and cook it normally. That's what you do. And then bring the water to the boil, put the rice in, and then put a lid on, turn the pan down again, and let it cook for 20 minutes. And when it's finished, this rice, I love brown rice anyway, but this is really nutty and very, very good. So I just want to thank Sasha Noel for this recipe. I've been doing it ever since I read it. Okay, so we're done with cooking the rice. And all you need to do is use your whisk or a fork. You see how very separate that is? You have to remember also that this is just brown rice cooked a different way. Use this brown rice to make your brown rice gravy. It's delicious, okay? So I just want to give a taste to it. And I wanted to put a little bit of my vegan chicken seasoning on it. It's yummy, nutty, little chicken seasoning. It's very good. I just want to thank the 3 people who gave me, the 3 viewers who gave me these ideas. Sasha Noel, Jessica Jerry, Wateringman. These ideas, you guys, I don't know, I think I could publish a book from all the stuff you tell me. I have changed my kitchen and metamorphosized my cooking techniques because of you guys. I so appreciate this. And I just want to give a thank you for all the other viewers' voices that I've done, and for this one as well. Thank you so much, troopers. I appreciate you. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, click on the bell, so that every time a new video is uploaded, you will get the notification. And don't forget to subscribe. I want to hear from you. I want to know that you like my channel and what it is that you like about it, okay? And so until next time, when you come back into my kitchen or go elsewhere, bye for now.